could it be hard times that strained my mind with situations that created complications in my life, like my father's past decisions and drug addictions on my mother's death. I love your mom.
Come on.
One of these days, I'm gonna work on a new intro song.
It has to be about the podcast, like Defy The Odds, and we got to guess what's next.
Yeah, that's just some shit I did 20 years ago. Yeah.
Hey, still standing.
Yeah, it holds, but we need something new. I just don't, it's going to be some time and energy.
What do you think is more important, a new intro or a new outro, or it'd kind of be the same?
Shit, I don't know. Do we even have an outro?
Yeah.
What's the outro?
The chorus. Sing it for us.
Is it the same thing? Oh, it's the hook.
Yeah, the horn.
Ready to breathe again, believing in time's mine. If I shine, you shine. We in this from the start. Take the game for the fame, but not to play the.
Yeah, okay, I remember now.
That was Stephen Greer and Akil Brown in the booth.
That was about I'm 47. It was probably 20 years ago almost.
20 years ago.
20
Holy
years
moly.
ago. That's when I used to make music, man, in my 20s.
What you guys did a few years back, you guys got back in the studio to remake that song? Or were you coming up with something?
No, because my wife got me studio time for Christmas one year, and then Johnny and Akil did the same thing, and we just all went to the studio, had a couple drinks and just put down some tracks. I don't know.
But was it like, did you guys collectively come together like we're gonna come up with a song?
No. We should have. We just went down there and.
But there was a beat already laid down for you guys.
No, we took some beats and kind of chose what we wanted to do.
Oh, so it was like more individualized, not like a cohesive. Same. Yeah, beat,
I don't honestly.
I
would be interested in hearing it. I don't even know where it is, so I'd have to.
You got to pay for another studio session. They probably got it on the hard drive.
Yeah, man, it's interesting because I actually want to get back into music. My mom had a guitar, and it's been sitting in the closet forever. I actually pulled the guitar out while Katie and Paige were out of town. Mm-hmm. Tried to tune the guitar, broke the string. I'm like, fuck, I don't have any strings. I don't have any strings. So I bought some strings, and I'm going to start learning how to play the guitar, I think. I played a little bit when I was younger.
I was about to say, I've known for years that you're supposed to be a really good singer.
Nah, dude.
No. I've heard from multiple people.
Yeah, that
like even a waitress at Highlighter, when she told me, she was like, "You work for Rejuvenator? I know the guy Steve. He's the singer." And I was like,
"Is that like that's like 5 years ago or something?"
Oh yeah, it had to be 5 years ago when I just started. Yeah. And I said maybe 4.5 years ago. Yeah. And I work for a company Rejuvenator, and she was like, "Oh, the guy that sings, he sings really good R&B."
Yeah, that's funny.
And I still haven't heard you sing.
Yeah, it's a muscle, bro. You got to practice, and I don't practice.
Sometimes you just got it in the shower. You don't practice in the shower.
Not really. I mean,
you don't sing to your daughter the lullabies.
Yeah, but bro, that's not the same thing.
It is.
It's not the same thing, man.
As long as it's coming from the
heart.
heart.
You need some music behind it. You need a melody. You need just singing acapella is not singing acapella is not the same thing. There ain't no way that I'm gonna do this today.
All right, man. Hey, well, let's get into it. Before we even get started. How was your week, man? Or your last? Because this weekend. Talk about this weekend.
Intentions for last week?
No, before we even get to that, talk about your daughter and Katie was both out of town. So this weekend.
They were back.
So what you guys do this weekend?
They got back they got back Thursday because.
You left a little early Thursday.
Yeah, Monday was Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And then Wednesday was was Sunday Mother's Day? I don't know.
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday was Mother's Day. And then Wednesday was her mother's birthday. They came back Thursday. Yeah, man, it was good. I missed them, so it was good just to be around my daughter, who's always crazy as hell. And
I can imagine at that age.
Oh, she's so much fun, man. It's so awesome. Yeah,
it's full of life and joy and innocence. Yeah, that's what it is.
It's so awesome.
It's always so adorable, great. Like the innocence a child has. Like they just don't really. Yeah. No, they're just so blunt. Say what it is, how it is, and then it's just adorable for sure.
She's daddy. I'm like, oh man, I'm in so much trouble. I'm in so much trouble. And I'm trying to teach her, right? Like I don't let her get her way all the time, and it's hard. because she's, you know, she wants a lot. She wants to do this, wants to play all the time. And I'm trying to teach her that you can't always expect to get your way. Like she wants to bring 12 stuffed animals in the car with us. I'm like, no, you can't. You can bring one. And she'll, you know, have a little fit or a meltdown. I'm trying to tell her, listen, you don't always get what you want. You have to get used to this in life. Like, so I'm trying to really instill some of these things in her so she's not a spoiled brat, number one. Yeah. And she can, you know, be ahead. So I talk to my daughter, like, I don't want to say like she's an adult, but I talk to her like I would if she was 12 years old. Yeah. Sometimes, like if I'm trying to, you know, explain something to her, I try to take my time and explain it in a way that she understands, outside of, you know, me playing with her. We got this interesting thing called, she calls it Trapper Boy.
Yep. I think you brought it up last time.
Did I?
Trapper.
Yeah. So, yeah, Trapper Boy. So, and then we got, you know, it's, what's the other one I'm doing? Tickle Boy. So, Tickle Boy just tickles the crap out of her. She laughs. It's a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
So, it was fun. We just hung out. Katie worked Saturday, I think. She did tattoos. So, we went to, actually, Saturday. God, my memory's terrible. Saturday, this is a good story. I broke it down in the
little Monday
morning meeting, yeah. So Saturday she had a dance recital. Okay.
You said it was 30 seconds, so show us your 30-second dance moves. She did.
Bro, I'm not doing that.
Was it like ballet or like describe what type of dance was it?
I mean, it was
hip hop, ballet.
So the dance recital was 40 different dance routines. Some of them were the same people in each one, but it was hip-hop, it was ballet, it was some crazy shit, abstract. Like, one of them I was watching, I felt like I was watching Napoleon Dynamite. Seriously. So she went up second. So it's such a crazy thing, too. So they had the program, right, that it shows who's in which dance, what the dance is, what type of dance it is, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
So we get there an hour early. She's in back. She's doing her thing, you know, getting ready for the show. And keep in mind, she's 4 years old.
Yep.
Just turned 4. And she's up second. And I realized, man, there's an intermission. Now we have to sit here, right, and watch this show, which is cool, but she's not in any more dances. So what do I care? Like, I want to go home and go in the pool.
Most kids are in multiple dances though, or there's
most of she was in the youngest age group. She was in the 3 to 4 age group. So then once you get into like, you know, 4 to 5 or 5 to 6 or whatever it was, whatever the breakdown was, they brought them in a little bit more. And then some of the people were much more advanced. It's so funny though, because there was I leaned over to Katie a couple times. I'm like, number one, the first thing that happened, the first dance routine came out and they were all pale white. Like, I'm like, how white is this? And I'm white. I'm a white guy, right? But
like their makeup, you're saying?
No, it was just a white, like every dancer was like pale white, just white. It was just white. I'm like, how white is this dance routine? Like, it's crazy. There wasn't a lot of, what's the word I'm
minorities?
looking for? Yeah, I mean, there were a couple minorities. It just wasn't very diverse, right? Yeah. Which I thought was odd. You know, I don't think that they're not allowing people, you know, of different cultures to do it. I just think that you know, that's what it was.
It just stood out to you because in today's society, you know, in Arizona, it's a very diverse group of people.
100%.
It's not a bunch of white people.
I thought it was
brown people, which is mixed.
So that was the first thing. I'm like, man, this is pretty white.
Was it in Scottsdale?
No, it was actually, it was right off of 16th Street in Bethany Home. There's a really nice music arts, like, I guess, auditorium there.
Okay.
So first thing, we get there. I got a bottle of water in my hand. There's a cop at the door as they let us in. And he's like, oh, you can't bring water in here. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I just drank it down. So that was the first thing that happened. It kind of snowballed. Then we went to go sit down in our chairs, not knowing that they don't allow people in there till 1:30. First of all, we waited outside in the sun until 1 when they opened the doors.
Okay.
Second, we tried to go sit down, and we were the only ones in there trying to find our seats, and some lady comes running in all rude, and she was like, "You're not allowed in here." And I'm like, "How am I supposed to know?"
Are they assigned seats, or was it?
Yeah, they're assigned seats. I'm like, how am I supposed to know? How are we supposed to know that? Like, we just walked in. I don't know how you got by me. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I don't care. That's number 2. Number 3, we had to buy water.
Yeah, that's why you can't bring it in.
Whatever. Cool. I'm okay with that. It just starts stacking up. Then, as I mentioned, our daughter did the show, and we're like, okay, that was number 2. We had 22 to go before the intermission. So obviously, watching, I'm like, damn, this is pretty white, right? And then I lean over, I told her, and I hate to be this guy, but 85% of the people should not have been in doing this, because there was like,
but they're kids.
No, but there was some older people, older kids, like they're all young adults. Yeah, like it ranged from 3 to probably 20.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But some of the people just shouldn't be doing it, right? Mm-hmm. Like every dance recital or dance routine, there was like maybe 2 people that were actually decent.
Yeah.
And then everyone else, it was like a shit show kind of. Which again, that's okay.
Sometimes that's even funnier, like just a good watch.
No,
it was fun.
It was fun. I mean, I was trying to pick out who is the star, right? So, and they just face those people to the front. They put the big people in the back, and the people with no coordination in the back, and but it was entertaining, but I didn't want to stay for the entire thing. We were there an hour. So we're like, hey, let's get Paige and let's go. Akil and Amaya and his girlfriend showed up, and then our old nanny showed up with her boyfriend. So there was like 8 of us.
All supporting your daughter.
Yeah, all just to watch her. And unfortunately, again, she was number 2, the second routine, and it lasted like 30 seconds. I'm like, okay, we got all this, we did all this just for that. Still a cool experience, and she had a great time. But we go, intermission comes, and I'm like, hey, you guys want to go to our house and, hop in the pool, the girls can go swim, and we'll barbecue or something. So, yeah, that was the plan. Katie went to get Paige, and she comes back like 3-4 minutes later, and she's like, they won't let me get her. They said we're not allowed, and I was already kind of over it.
For sure, yeah.
So I just walked, and they're like, hey, don't. I'm like, oh, no. You're telling me I can't get my daughter?
Was she in behind the stage?
Yeah, so she was behind, like there's a stage behind, there was a back entry to it.
Yeah.
I guess they don't want the kids leaving, but I'm not going to sit there for an extra hour and watch a bunch of people that I don't know. It's not that good.
Yeah.
I got shit to do. I'm trying to go do something else. Mm-hmm. So I walk over there, and I open the door, and the lady comes up to me, and she's like, can I help you? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just here to grab my daughter, Paige. And they're like, you're not allowed. I don't remember exactly what she said, but basically, you're not allowed to take her. And I look at her, and I'm like, I need my daughter.
Yeah.
And she knew, like, okay, he means business. He's not fucking around. He wants his daughter. And then another lady came up and gave me shit too. She's like, well, can I help you? I'm like, yeah, I'm just waiting on my daughter. Oh, they're not allowed to leave. Did
you sign any like paperwork?
No, I asked Katie.
Let you know, like, hey, once the kids are checked in, they need to stay and support.
No.
They want them just to support all the girls, all their friends.
No. I asked Katie.
Yeah.
So they kind of gave me the runaround, and they were like taking time. Oh yeah, we're gonna go find her. And I sat there probably for 5 minutes waiting for her. And the place isn't that big.
Yeah,
like, give me a break. They said she was in the bathroom, whatever. So I tell the lady that's like standing there doing paperwork, I'm like, you guys should not be telling parents that they're not allowed to get their kids. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. I was ready to go get a police officer and say they're kidnapping my daughter and they're not giving her to me.
I mean, I could understand if it's like just that support, that group support. If she was in multiple like recitals,
she's 4.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's 4, and this is what blows my mind about the whole thing. If you want her to stay until the end, then put her in 2 recitals, put her in 2 dance routines, and make one at the end.
Yeah.
It's not my fault you put her at number 2 and then she's not in it again for the rest of the show. Like, that's your fault. For you. You should have her in it 3 times, one in the beginning, one in the middle, and one in the end.
Yeah, at least one at the end that incorporates everyone.
Something.
All the kids, y'all would imagine.
You want me to sit here for 2 hours while you guys figure your shit out? No. So, yeah, that was a whole nother situation. And finally they came. So I'm sure that there's some rumors around this dance company about me. I'm sure of it. And even worse, when Katie tried to do it, there was kids leaving with their parents, and they said, "Oh, they made prior arrangements." They told Katie no, and she was so shocked, and I guess they were so rude that she didn't even know how to respond.
Yeah, she just, all right, my husband's gonna handle this.
Yeah, yeah. So then we went back to the house and barbecued, and the kids played in the pool, and we had a good time. We played what's the name of that card game where you
Goldfish?
No. The game that you have cards and you kind of
Speed?
No. It's like
Solitaire?
An adult game. It's an adult game.
Rummy?
You're saying all these and you're making me, I can't even think. Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
it's like a card game, but I guess it's a card game.
it's a whatever. Yeah. It's a game. So did that, and then Sunday just really I'm trying to think what we do Sunday. Just hung out, man. So
well, back to that experience. Does that deter you from putting your daughter back into that same dance program?
I'm not dealing with it. So no, I mean, she likes doing it. So
yeah,
no. Well,
so I'm saying, would you put in her a different program?
No, because
or would you take her back to that same
because
one?
her school is literally in the same complex as this place, so there's no going. And I was nice. I wasn't a dick. I was very direct. I'm like, no, I want my daughter.
For sure, yeah.
So hopefully it doesn't overflow into any situations
where they tell you when you sign her up, oh no, we can't take her.
Then we'll find something else.
Oh yeah, for sure. That would just be horrible.
Yeah,
to put it on the daughter, like not letting.
Yeah, but you can't be rude. You got a parent coming to talk, like try to get their child. You can't be rude and say, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, that's over with. So. Yeah, it was pretty interesting, though.
Yeah, it sounds like an interesting weekend.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it was cool. So we just chilled, and this weekend we're going to the lake. So Katie has a
Memorial weekend.
Yeah, Katie has a friend coming into town tomorrow. They're doing a bunch of girl stuff Thursday, Friday morning. I'm gonna get up early, go meet some friends out at Roosevelt Lake.
Okay.
And then stay the night Saturday.
Like on the lake?
Friday night. Yeah, Friday. No, well, yeah, kind of by the lake. Yeah.
Like
so they
on
have
your boat or
no. We'll pull that out. No. It's just so they have their fifth wheel parked at an RV spot right out there by that lake, and then there's a little crappy hotel that's kind of near them. So I just booked a night at the hotel for Friday night. So Friday all day, Saturday Paige, Katie, and I think Akil might come up for the day, and then we'll just leave Saturday afternoon.
It sounds like another exciting weekend you got coming up.
It'll be fun. I got to get that boat out as much as possible.
I mean, summertime's here, and I'm sure you're going to get plenty of time on the water.
Yeah, let's hope so. What about you, man? What'd you do?
This weekend, I worked like always, but Saturday, so my lady.
Back to the work thing, because
what I do,
like
Steve.
I realized, like I knew you worked a lot, but I don't think I realized how much you work. So to break it down for those people that are listening and watching, why don't you break it down? What's your average? What does your week look like from work standpoint? Both jobs, Reshoevn8r and DJ.
All right, so I go to work.
Monday morning.
Monday morning, I go to work. Reshoevn8r.
What time? 8:30.
8 a.m.
Okay, 8 a.m.
8:05. You know,
okay.
maybe.
But whatever. I'm not. We don't. Not that strict.
8 a.m. till 5 p.m.
Okay.
Monday night, I work my night job DJing.
At
the local gentleman's establishment.
What time?
9 p.m. to 5 a.m.
So you got a 4-hour break, which is not a ton of time. So what do you do in that 4 hours?
Well, I mean, first things first, I got to walk my dog, and my dog a nice little walk. He's been inside all day. I eat dinner.
Okay. So you eat, you chill.
Relax. Most of the time, I try to get a nap in.
Do you?
I try. No, I don't.
Yeah.
Mondays and Tuesdays, I don't really need a nap.
Yeah.
Just because I'll get to that later. But then I do my night job, and then it's actually pretty chill on Mondays and Tuesdays. It's just, again.
But you're still up you're there till 5 a.m.
Yeah, but it's like an after-hour spot, so it's like the club doesn't really get packed until 2.
Okay.
So a lot of times on Mondays and Tuesdays, there's no one in the building until after 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but that's even worse.
So I'll be like this.
Do you sleep?
Yeah.
Oh, really? So do you just have the stuff on autoplay?
Yeah, it's on autoplay. Yeah. So
okay.
Like the managers, like they understand. They know my work schedule.
Yeah.
And so they let me, like if I'm slumped in the booth. Or if I'm in the little VIP section.
Okay, so you take power naps.
Yeah, I be sleeping. I got a good little nap last night.
Okay.
So and then Tuesday same thing.
Get in where you fit in.
Yeah, Tuesday same thing. I work Rejuvenator 8 a.m. 5 p.m. and then again night job 9 to 5 p.m. But again, Tuesdays are again another one of those nights that it's not that busy.
Okay, so you're taking in that time period 9 to 5 a.m. How many hours of sleep you think you're getting in there? And it's not.
It
good
really all
sleep.
Depends. Yeah, it's not good sleep.
Yeah,
music is blasting.
Yeah. How good can you sleep?
Yeah,
in a strip
it's like
club?
it's not good music, but it's just or not good sleep.
Yeah,
but it's just it really all depends. Like
so
how busy it is.
No REM sleep. Have you ever like really fallen asleep there?
Oh, I had some dreams. I woke up like, bro, I was dreaming. I was out.
Okay.
But yeah, for the most part, it's like you're nodding off until someone comes up to check in or someone tells me, hey, we got customers in the building. Then I got to get up.
There goes Robert sleeping again.
Oh, bro, I'm telling you, the manager is actually super dope. One time I was sleeping. He literally put a sign on me. And it said, what did it say? It said, do not disturb. Just dance. That's what it was. It said.
Oh, I need a photo of that.
Leave him alone.
Did he take a photo?
I think they did, actually.
Get that photo.
I don't remember who had it, but it was like, do not disturb.
That's hilarious.
Or don't wake me. Just dance, ladies, or something, So, like they understand, like any other job, if you get caught sleeping, you're probably going to get into some trouble.
That's pretty funny, yeah.
So it's like they understand, especially there's nothing going on Mondays and Tuesday nights some days.
Okay.
Wednesdays, shout out to Steve. He gives me some time so I can catch up on some sleep. I don't come in until half day.
And the reason I did that is because he was coming in on Wednesday looking like a total zombie. I'm like, dude, you need sleep. No, I'm okay. I'm like, bro, you need some sleep.
So it definitely does help. But again, like I get sleep, throughout the night.
So you sleep in. So you get home on Tuesday at 5:30?
5:30, yeah. The latest, probably some days earlier.
How long does it take you to fall asleep? Because sometimes when you're so tired, it's hard to go to sleep.
For the most, last night was one of those nights that I felt like I didn't crash out right away.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like I felt like I was dreaming, but I was still up.
Awake.
If that makes sense.
I hate. Yeah, it's because
like,
you don't. Yeah,
like in my head, my
100%.
brain is thinking stuff, but I'm like, why am I thinking this? Like I could wake up right now if I wanted to, and thinking the randomest stuff, but like not really dreaming.
You're not in REM, I don't think, at that point. So.
Yeah, last night was kind of like it was a wishy-washy sleep schedule for me.
But normally
I crash out.
Okay, so
normally I get
6
home.
o'clock. 5,
Yeah, I'm out.
5:45. You're sleeping.
Yeah, I'm
so
out.
6. So you get 4 decent hours at that point.
Not like 2, typically 2, like 5.
No, on Wednesdays.
On Wednesday, yeah. So Wednesdays I get home, let's say 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5 hours of solid sleep.
You can come in at 1.
Yeah, no, I mean I'm doing good. Yeah, like I've been doing this, sustaining.
Yeah.
I could say there was only one day out of working this year and almost 2 years where like I either just didn't set my alarm or I slept through my alarm.
Well, do
me
me
a
a
favor.
favor.
Show up to work so super late.
Do me a favor, man. If you need a day to catch up on sleep, just say something.
No, you've told me. Corey's told me the same thing. But again, I just feel like I have a work ethic and a drive.
Yeah,
that,
but I don't.
Be here and get my shit
we've
done.
had this conversation before, and that's not healthy though. Like I understand I have a work ethic and I have drive. Like all that's nobody's arguing that fact. But you still need to be responsible and get the sleep that you need so you can function. Like I would rather have a full functioning Robert than some Robert that needs sleep and is.
Well, plot twist. I'm never full functioning.
Well, that's
no,
true.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, that is true. Okay. So
and then Wednesday I don't.
It's off.
I'm off Wednesday.
So you go home and you. When do you hang out with your chick, bro?
No, Wednesdays. Wednesdays are our day.
Okay.
Like to spend time with her.
Are you tired?
Wednesday. I mean,
yeah, you're tired.
Yeah, but I get it done. And then Thursday again, back at it, work 8 to 5 p.m. Rejuvenator. Then I work nights, but yeah, that's like Thursday and a Friday again, same schedule. work Rejuvenator in the morning, night job at the club at night. But I make sure I get sleep in, just because like there's times I fall asleep on Thursdays and Fridays, but I try not to, just because like it can get busy at any time. Any group of party can come in and people can be there. I got to do my job.
So your main thing, so if there's nobody in there, it's just a rotation of music. Does it auto call the girls on stage?
No. Like, again, like on a slow night, there might be 2 girls. Like, what am I going to...
So they don't even go on stage.
Yeah, it's like they're going to go on stage when they want to. If there's a customer in there, there's no point to call these girls every 3 minutes for one customer, or a couple groups that haven't spent money in the last 10 minutes. Like, what makes them, think that they're finally going to start doing it, just like keeping that rotation going,
Yeah.
So we just let them get their money, get in where they fit in, survival of the fittest type shit.
Yeah. So Thursday, same schedule.
Yeah, but Thursdays, it's busier. Like the clubs can be busy at all night. Still, like this is the club I work at though. It's more of like the after hour spot. Like that's where people are going after hours. Thursday and then again Friday work Rejuvenator. Then I do it again, same thing Friday night. That's pretty much my work week.
Okay, but then you work Saturday night?
Every other Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not every other Saturday. Like,
so Friday, but you get home Friday night at 6 a.m.
No, so Fridays the club closes at 6 in the morning.
Okay.
So it's a little later, but again, sometimes if no one's there, we'll close at 5:30. Yeah. We'll leave the building at 6. Probably not going to bed until like 7 o'clock in the morning some days. But then I just sleep, I get things done on Saturday. I have a life. I have to get things done,
So what? So Saturday, you get
I try to wake up by 12. 12 o'clock is typically like.
Even if you get home at 7?
Even if I get home 12 or 1. And then sometimes I sleep till 3. Yeah. But again, like my alarm goes off at 12 with like the intention, like, all right, I'm going to wake up, at 12. Okay. Especially if I have things to do,
Yeah.
If I got stuff I have to do.
So you get 5 hours there. Have you added the amount of hours you're sleeping a week?
Yeah, if you carry the 1 times the 2, it equals plenty.
Yeah, yeah, plenty, not enough.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm surviving. I just got to get the cucumbers put under my eyelids.
It's more of that though. Your body needs sleep. Like
no, yeah, actually, Shane brought it up last week. Well, I brought it up last week. Obviously, one of my biggest intentions is try to lose weight. And I want to go to the gym. I'm probably working out everything I shouldn't when I should be focused on probably, my stomach and other areas.
It's okay.
But if just I'm in there, obviously, I want to get bigger too. I want to be able to see that. And, Shane, just for him to tell me, like, the reason why you're not losing weight or it's going to be harder to lose weight is because of your sleep schedule. Yeah. And I actually didn't know that. So that was kind of like some groundbreaking information when he broke that to me. I was like, would have never even put the 2 and the 2 together. That your body needs sleep to properly digest,
produces
food and break
testosterone
down.
And certain things.
Yeah.
Cortisol levels get high.
So yeah, I mean that's why. But again, I weighed myself. I brought this up to you last week too.
Is it up again?
No. I like 90 bouncing from 95 to 90. Yeah. Same weight in 2 different body types.
Yeah. We're the same weight. Yeah. And how tall are you?
5'9".
Yeah, I'm 6 foot.
Yeah. So you're just
yeah.
bigger all around, you know what I'm saying? Like just different body types.
Yeah.
I've always been a skinny dude until I hit 30. Then my belly just said,
yeah, buddy. Well, like and this job probably has a lot to do with it too.
I mean, I also think it's just my eating too. It is a job because
eating has it's
this
all the above.
This job gave me like
extra money
to be able to splurge. And then just growing up, how I grew up, I was eating ramen and
what are you talking about?
I had to get whatever I could
You're
eat.
Like me. If there's food in front of me, it's
I'm
gone.
And the thing is, like, so yeah, if I'd be going grocery shopping, buying food, so now it makes me think like, I want to make some. What else am I gonna make? Yeah. What else am I gonna make? A sandwich? Oh, let me make 2 sandwiches and an egg and.
Are you still not smoking weed?
Oh, I haven't smoked weed all year.
See, imagine if you were smoking weed still.
Honestly, I think it would be one of the main reasons why I stopped smoking weed is more for digestive reasons. Okay. I was having pretty much like multiple times a year, like I would just throw up and go on episodes, like pretty much like benders where I'm just throwing up for 12 hours a day, literally every 30 minutes. Yeah, this happened multiple times where I had to leave Rejuvenator, and like obviously you're not my direct supervisor, so I don't have to come to you to tell you I'm leaving. But
yeah, whatever. I don't.
But yeah, like I would literally be throwing up, like in just like episodes where I'm throwing up literally every 30 minutes on the dot. And then so I went to the doctors, ER multiple times, And they try to tell me it's because of smoking weed.
Really?
The first doctor that ever told me that, I just wanted to smack him.
Of course.
Like, bro, you don't know what the hell you're talking about, you know? Like, you have no clue. But apparently I've had multiple doctors tell me this, and then I went to like a GI specialist. Just because it's, like the actual GI specialist made the most sense, just because he said, you know, for hundreds of years, you know, marijuana has been supposed to help with nausea, you know, and supposed to help and be beneficial. But today's weed ain't the same weed that was around 100 years ago. You know, they're putting chemicals and putting different shit in it, you know, and it's a lot stronger.
It's definitely stronger.
Yeah, it's a lot stronger than what it was, you know, 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's just only getting stronger. And so they said that it's a new study and a new cases, but they've had a large amount of people essentially going to the ER for the same symptoms I had. And they'll do like CAT scans, do all that tests. There's nothing wrong with my gallbladder, nothing wrong with whatever else they check, you know what I'm saying? My body, yeah. And they can't factor it to anything except people say that they chronically smoke weed.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I don't know if I buy that, but.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
But again, I haven't smoked since January.
Okay. No issues.
No issues.
How long, how many times had it happened in the previous 6 months prior to quitting?
Multiple times.
Really?
Yeah, twice maybe. I would get it minimum 2 times a year where I'm just throwing up. Literally, like,
so time will tell.
Yeah, and that's why I want to quit for a whole year to see. And like and it happens like when I eat a lot. Like, I would just get full. Like,
is that because you were overeating when you were
I think it was overeating,
smoking?
but again
I can see that.
But I'm still overeating, you know what I'm saying? Like, not now.
Yeah.
Like, now I'm trying to minimize what I eat.
When you're sober though, it's much easier to stop. Like, occasionally I'll smoke weed. Like, typically I only smoke weed before I go to bed because it helps me sleep. But if on an occasion I smoke weed during the day, I can't stop putting food in my mouth, bro.
It's so good.
I can't stop.
Yeah, I believe it.
And I know that every time I go to that pantry, I'm like, I shouldn't be in this pantry. That's one of the things that I was talking about last time or a few episodes ago about
daughter snacks.
Well, that and just being able to like challenge myself in what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think today. Either way, it doesn't matter. But, you know, really, I cannot stop.
Yeah.
Can't. It's okay. Interesting.
And that's how I am just in general with food, even sober or high. Like, and I've been working on it. Like, I just like, I can't keep just eating because eating to your full, probably not the best thing.
Yeah, that's why I like these meal plans that I've been getting is because it is what it is. Like that is
it's designed to
it's
be
the
right
amount.
Nutrition.
It is the amount, right? And sometimes I'm still hungry and I'll have something, but for the most part, you know, it helps me with portion control because I'm the same way. I grew up with nothing either, so you know, food's in front of me. My mom always taught me there's starving kids. You better eat your food.
Don't leave till your food's off the plate. You can't leave the table till your food's gone.
Which is not a great. It's just not a great habit to have. Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, it's called like CHS. I don't know like what it breaks down, but it's essentially a study that they're saying it could be true, you know, and I'm just trying to, you know, do my part in the scientific experiment and not smoke weed and see if it's see if it helps. And again, it's they say it's for people who chronically smoke weed. And I was chronic. I smoked weed before I smoked weed.
Oh yeah,
that's what it was.
You smoke weed before work?
Off the record.
Well, I don't care.
Yeah. You know, I smoked weed before I went to work. I smoked weed when I got home.
Yeah, on lunch.
At lunch, I smoked weed. You know, again, I smoked 2 joints before I smoked 2 joints, and then I smoked 2 more.
You'd be really high if you smoked weed now.
Probably, yeah.
So my buddy Scott, have you met my buddy Scott? Was he out on the lake that day?
I don't think that the lake, but I might have met him at your bachelor party.
Yeah, you did, Scott. So he quit. He was talk about a stoner. I mean, we're talking ripping bongs all day long. And he owns a business, which, you know, is crazy. But he quit over a year ago, and he's like, dude, it's the best thing I ever did in my life. Yeah, just quit smoking weed. Because he's the type that can't just do what I do and just smoke right before bed. If he smokes, like he was just up here, you know, the first weekend Katie was out of town. It was his birthday. And we went out, we had drinks, and we came back, and we had a buzz going, and he almost got me to give him some. Like, we had some drinks. I wouldn't say we're drunk, but we had a buzz going. And he wanted me to give him some weed, and I'm like, nah, man, I'm gonna wait tomorrow. If you still want it tomorrow, then let's have a conversation about it. And in the morning, he's like, thank you for not giving that to me.
You could have been crossfaded.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Super fucked up. Okay, interesting. Well,
yeah, but I mean, I've always been a smoker since I was 13 years old. You know what I'm saying?
It's a good time to quit.
Yeah, and it just, especially like right now, I'm trying to save money.
Yeah.
Saving a lot of freaking money, by not smoking. And like I've stopped smoking weed before, and then it's again like once I start, like I think I stopped prior to this year, sometime last year, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna only smoke on occasions.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
It don't work because then I just
like
smoke
an alcoholic.
Smoke. Yeah, I just smoked, and every time I just smoke.
It's like an alcoholic. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna only have 2 drinks, or I'm only gonna drink
on holidays.
Yeah.
Every day's a holiday.
Yeah.
Oh, we celebrating life. Let's go.
Yeah. And it becomes more of a habit, and it's interesting because you could probably do that for a short period of time, and then it just becomes, oh, I did it yesterday. Fuck it, I'll just do it today too.
Yeah, that's what it was for the most part.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we got it sidetracked, but
yeah, that's okay. Let's get into our intentions.
So last week's intention, was to read.
Yours was.
Yep.
Did
you hooked me up with the book.
Yep, and then Daniel, I saw
Daniel came through and got me Shoe Dog, the book I've always wanted to read.
Did you start Shoe Dog?
Yeah, I'm like 90-something pages in.
Yeah.
It's a solid 2 hours.
It's pretty good, huh?
I'm waiting for it to get better.
What part are you at?
The last chapter I stopped on was 1965. So I think it's like, it's beginning of the book.
Is he still traveling back and forth to Japan? And
yeah, so this was the last thing he did. He just essentially, literally the last chapter, what I can remember from last night, it said that his sister was his first employee. And then it jumps to 1965. And he just got back from Japan. I guess someone in New York, I forgot the guy's name, was like essentially they were going at each other. He said, hey, I'm selling these. You can't sell them. And he thought he had exclusive right to the West Coast. And then he went back. He was scared. And it sounded like he met his wife on Mount Fuji. But then again, literally the last chapter, it was like his wife broke up with him long distance or something. So I'm assuming it's still his wife.
Yeah, it'll get, I mean, I don't remember exactly, but it's a good book, man. I had a hard time putting that thing down when I was reading it.
Yeah, it's definitely intriguing just because obviously I like sneakers and just the culture. Yeah. So like I'm into it, but
he hasn't named it Nike. He's still selling Onitas or whatever.
Yeah, he's still, that's what I'm saying.
Or whatever.
The Tigers. Yeah. So there's still so much to the story that, I'm like a quarter of the page, 90 pages in, there's like 300 or something. So I got, a lot of the book to go. So I'm excited for, to continue my journey.
It's good.
But that was my intention to read. What was yours?
Mine was to hang out with the wife
your
and
family,
kids. Yeah. So I think I accomplished mine. Yeah.
Yeah, you be giving yourself the easy ones.
The easy ones? What are you talking about, bro?
Bro, you're going to hang out with your wife and daughter regardless.
Not necessarily.
I mean, you had to go to that dance recital. It wasn't something that
I don't have to do anything.
It wasn't something challenging. It wasn't like you were like, I'm going to go.
Well, you should have said something about it before I committed to it.
No, you commit to your own self. I'm challenging myself. Remember, Steve, it's about challenging yourself.
I agree.
I'm not here to say, what and who not and when. Oh,
you seemed like it was okay last week. Now I'm hearing a little back talk.
Hey, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to be a little devil's advocate.
That's fine.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, no worries.
So what you got for this week? Because I was thinking, I don't even know what I got for this week.
Yeah, I haven't even thought about it, to be honest with you. That's part of the fun of this podcast. Is
because everything I'm doing,
not preparing anything. I'm just coming in here and going.
And everything I'm doing, like, I want to keep doing this. So it's not like.
Yeah, because you've been hitting the
nothing
gym,
new. Yeah,
you're eating better. Like, dude, you owe me some money, bro.
Hey, you owe me some money, Steve.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna turn Rob into a lean, mean, money making machine. As
long as the belly goes away, that's all I'm trying. Hard. Hey, but someone just told me last night too, a little advice. He said, you know what? Like, I've known you for a while. It took you a long time to put that weight on. So it's going to take you just as long to get rid of it. So there's no need to stress about it's going to be gone overnight. He's He's like, it took you a solid 6 months to put on that weight.
All so about consistency.
Just give it 6 months of consistency and it'll be gone. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, you're changing your habits, and that's where it happens. So it's all about habits.
Step by step. Hi, my name is Robert, and I'm a foodaholic.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, back to the conversation with the home buying thing. Like, what's going on with that? What's going on with the NACA program?
I haven't even reached out to them. Again,
No?
that's not even it's not even a priority in my life at the moment, you know?
Okay.
The main priority is just to save money.
Yep.
And just continue saving money and just setting myself up for success.
And the new goal is, it was $6,000. You exceeded that within the first couple months.
Yep.
Then you moved it to what, 10?
12.
12, and you're approaching that pretty damn closely.
Next month or two, I feel like with continuing my saving habits.
So by the end of the second quarter, so that's only half the year.
Half the year,
you think you could save $24,000 in the year?
My goal is 15.
Okay.
Right now, again, I'm taking baby steps, in strides.
Oh,
you know?
dude, 15, you're going to be at 12 by the end of, I think you got to go at least 18, bro. Quit being a pussy.
Hey, yeah, if I can, obviously, like, I don't
set the goal.
Stop. Yeah, I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Yeah. You know,
18, you guys heard it, $18,000 saved by the end of the year.
Fuck it, make it 20.
Yeah, even 20.
Obviously, the more I can get, the more the merrier, you know? Yeah. It's only going to set myself up whether I'm putting all that towards the house or
if your car paid off?
No, I still pay, but my car payment is like $250 a month.
Yeah.
It's super low, and I mean, I got to make a couple years, but I'm not stressing to pay that off.
Toyota, the last forever.
Yeah, I'm not stressing to pay it off anytime soon and own it. You know, like, I always actually wanted to return it, you know, and get something better. But then again, it's just there's no point. Dude, I don't need. No. And it does what it does,
bro.
And it's gonna do what it do.
I'm like, I have money, a little money. Like, I don't know, you know, I got a little bit of money,
a little bit,
and I'm very careful with it when I come to buying cars. Like, I have nice cars.
Yeah, only $150,000 truck.
I mean, but I don't. But
yeah,
you know, like,
I do want a truck though. That's what it is. Like, I was gonna trade my shit and get a truck.
Yeah, but then you got to pay for gas. Like, here's the thing: is I'm lucky because
it's just a manly thing to do.
The
to have
business pays for that truck.
Yeah.
So
wrapped up.
It's wrapped, yeah. So I don't have to pay it. So it doesn't really. I mean,
you do have to pay it.
It does come out of my pocket, but it's not like I'm paying it out of what I make each month. You know what I mean?
Like,
the car that I have that I just bought, again, I'm trying to find clever ways to drive different vehicles. So I looked into that. One of my forum guys is members of Exotic Car Hacking, right?
What exactly that? Car hacking?
Exotic Car Hacks?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what it is? So it's basically a program online that you can pay for and sign up for it. And they basically will teach you, they give you information on what the right cars are to buy, I guess.
Okay, hacks. Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So, and then you can use their car buying service. He just bought like a new, not a new, I shouldn't say new. He just bought a Rolls Royce Ghost, I think. Yeah, he paid but it's like a 2015. He paid like $200,000 for it. But the last 3 cars he's purchased, he's actually driven them around and he's made money on them.
Yeah. Just because like the parts they say nowadays, like the computer chips, and like they only.
No, it's just what people want. Like, I bought that 2000.
It's a select amount. They're only making 100, 200 cars, 2,000 cars.
That's something. Part of it, and you got to get it with the right miles. Like that M6 that I bought, 2016 M6. It's funny. I drove it to that event or that dance recital, and one of the guys that was over there was like, "Why? When did you pick this up?" I'm like, "Oh, I just got it." And he's like, "What year is it?" I'm like, 2016. He's like, "This is a 2016?"
Yeah, you can't tell. It's
got 26,000 miles. Yeah. So I kind of used that exotic car hack philosophy, and they basically say that 2015 to 2016 M6 competition package with low miles, I should be able to drive it for 6 months and get my money back, if not more. So I placed a bid on an online auction site, and I ended up winning the bid, not thinking that I would, and you have like a week to pay for it. So it's the first time I ever did that, which was an interesting experience. But I'm not going out and buying $200,000.
But you plan on reselling it though?
Yeah, I don't even plan on keeping it. So I plan on selling that. I'll probably drive it for 6 months. 6 months. I mean, I'm just going to give it to Nick, have him go take like professional photos so I can get it ready. I'll put it up. And I'll just put it for a little bit more than I want, and just I'm not in a rush. Like, at the end of the day, if someone offers me some money and it's interesting to them and they want to buy it, then
why not?
I'll sell it and I'll try to do the same thing just to have a second vehicle. Because driving a big ass truck around, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
you
fun.
look badass.
I mean, it's fun. It's cool. But parking it, gas is super expensive.
Yeah, parking is, and I would only imagine.
Yeah, it's a pain. It's kind of a pain in the ass. But when you want to go to the lake, like I'm going to go this weekend, I have to get a boat. That's why I sold the Tesla, so I could get pull the boat around.
So what's your next car after this one? You trade this in. What are you going to look on the Hack to see what they recommend, or have you already?
Yeah, I mean, I already did all that research. I kind of want to get a Audi RS7, about the same year.
Let's get the R8.
Nah, I'm not into that. It's too small for me, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean,
I'm gonna say too fast.
It would be fun to drive.
Yeah.
But it's too small and low. Like, I'm a bigger guy. I don't. It's a little bit too small. It's not my style. But I think that there's some really nice RS7s that I think I could still do the same thing. Pick one up and drive it around for 6 months, and hopefully, even if it costs me a little money, it's not like it would be if I were to.
For sure.
Yeah.
And most cars in general, as soon as you drive them off the lot or wherever you get them, they depreciate.
And that's kind of the philosophy of
for sure
Exotic Car Hacks is you wait until the depreciation has leveled, right? So they're typically 8 or 9 years old, but
yeah, they also say you never want to buy a brand new car off the lot.
Yeah, I mean the only and first brand new car I ever bought was that truck, and the only reason that I did that is because it was during COVID and the used ones were going for just as much as a brand new one. And luckily I found a dealership through my boy. They weren't trying to charge a, crazy fee, because a lot of them, they wanted $5 or $10 grand on top of the MSRP. But I did pay full sticker on it.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's true, but they said it's because like the chips, all the computer chips that go in cars. And there was a shortage from COVID and all that stuff.
A lot of, that is
supply chain and all that.
One of the issues,
Like trucks and just cars in general,
They sat around, 100%. So I think most of that has worked itself out, and the used car market has come back down. So it would have been a good time to sell it about a year and a half ago, but whatever.
Do you see yourself keeping that truck? I mean, it's for the business,
I'll probably keep it forever. Yeah.
Forever.
I mean, although I do have the Tesla truck on order.
What's that? How's that work?
So
paid $100 down or something, or
$100, just a down payment. Cybertruck, dude. Quinn worked here when I ordered that thing.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, it's like
I knew
shouldn't they be produced by now?
Nah, if you know anything about Tesla, they never do it on time. But that truck's gonna be sick. I mean, I'll wait till they produce them. I don't care.
But they didn't send you email updates. Hey,
I quit. I honestly no. Their customer service is terrible.
Damn, how could you support it then? How can they be that?
Because it's a Tesla, bro. I mean, they make a really cool, fast, dope car. I mean, it is next level. Yeah. You drive a Tesla, if you're into electric vehicles, and it's like hands down a much better. It's just a different experience.
Yeah, I've been in the back seat. You're sitting right here. It is.
Sucks
you to the
seat
as
fast.
soon as it
they're fast.
Takes off. Yeah.
The truck should be good. So depending on if I buy the truck,
you like the aesthetic of the truck though. That's something
I like it because it's different. Yeah, it's different.
I wasn't, or you only getting it because of the Tesla name?
No, I like that it's different. Like, people are hating on it. Some people like it. I mean, they pre-sold, like, don't quote me, but hundreds of thousands.
Yeah,
of those
for
things.
sure. Ugly though.
I like it. I think when it comes out, what they did is they showed that they could do a unique looking vehicle and really think outside the box, and sell it. Like, people aren't that afraid of something super unique because it doesn't look like anything on the road.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah,
like
I think it's sick, dude. Yeah,
I actually haven't seen one since Quinn worked here. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know they were like.
Well, you got to look online.
Yeah.
I stopped looking because I was trying to see. Oh yeah, when is the dude? They don't know. Yeah.
So you paid the
$100. That's it.
And then like.
So I'm in order.
What's the next steps after that?
So I'm in order. Basically, once they start mass producing them, they'll go in order, and they're going to start they'll reach out to number one, make sure that all the configurations that.
Because they make it to however you wanted the consumer
So
wants.
I ordered it before I bought the Tesla, the S model. Then I got the S model. I'm like, oh no, I need the 3 motor. Like at first I got the middle range. You got the 1 motor, the 2 motor, the 3 motor. I'm like, the 2 motor should be fine. Soon as I got the S model, I'm like, oh no. I need the 3.
But were you in one that had a three motor? That's why it made you want that, or it just wasn't fast enough for you?
Just after driving it, I'm like, I want it all.
For sure, yeah.
So I had to go back in and change it, which dropped my placement, I guess. So who knows? I'm probably, 100,000 in line maybe, or 50,000 in line. So they'll just work through and they'll configure them as people want, and they'll start producing them.
How much is it going to cost?
I think that they're going to do, well, they don't even know that either. That's the other thing.
That's so crazy.
The estimated launch was like, 50 to 70,000 bucks. They're going to be more than that.
Has to be.
Yeah. And I think they're doing a quad motor now too, which will just be more expensive. And, but yeah. And they're probably going to start, who knows what they're going to start making first. They're probably not going to start making the base models until after they've done all the higher end stuff. I don't know. I'm hoping that it takes another 1.5 years, 2 years, so I don't have to deal with paying
to buy
it.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you buy it straight out, or is it like a normal car? You have a car payment?
No, you get a car loan.
Car loan.
Yeah, they do their own financing and stuff.
I just don't know how it works. I don't have a Tesla.
Dude,
so
I mean, what's his name? Who used to work here? The Bada
Johnny.
Johnny.
That's 2 of them.
Yeah, I think I saw something about that. Yeah. But
him and his wife got a Tesla.
He bought one, and yeah, good luck, buddy. Yeah,
they look nice. It looks cool.
Yeah.
It actually looks like a bar of soap.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that model.
It looks like a bar of soap.
I'm not a huge fan of that model. I think the only one is the S model, and the truck. The Y model's okay. Like if you put,
I like what he did because there's like an S model, there's an E model, there's an X model, and there's a Y model.
Yeah, XYZ.
No, SEXY.
What's the E model?
I don't know, but they got it. Again, SEXY. Sexy.
I've never seen the E model. What's the E model?
I don't know. I don't got a Tesla.
Oh.
I just know. I just seen like that's what it like. They have like that's what the abbreviation stands for. SEXY. Okay. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, no. I mean, he's fucking
He's also the same guy that made a spaceship shaped like a dick. You know?
I mean, he's something else.
For sure. Yeah.
Elon Musk is something else. So good for him. Just as long as he keeps going, that's all I care about.
Obviously, because you want your truck.
Well, and he's innovative, man. He's doing things that people are afraid to do, or don't have the balls to do, or whatever the case may be. So, I got a lot of respect for Elon Musk.
You got stocks in Tesla? Like, do you support him that much?
I don't. I should have.
Wish you did. Cause
I mean, some you missed the boat on some, and you win on some.
Are you in any type of stocks?
Yeah, I got a bunch of stocks.
Like, well, what's something you're invested in that's doing good?
Chevron, Home Depot. I got, Airbnb. I have a financial advisor that buys a bunch of stuff that I don't even know about. That's different. So I got a couple different accounts, but my main account has, it's probably got 15 different stocks in it, all ranging from Eli Lilly, which is a pharmaceutical company, all the way down to, Zoom. I invested in Zoom.
Early though, or
not
late?
Early, but I made some
prior
money
to
there.
COVID.
Yeah, prior to COVID.
Okay,
yeah, right when COVID was happening, everyone was selling, and I'm like, fuck that, I'm buying.
Mm-hmm.
So I did like Facebook then, although that's not doing all that well anymore. But so I actually bought some of those. I won some of those. My track record is not the stuff that I've purchased.
Yeah, and
I'm like 50-50 on. Some of it I've lost, and some of it I'm
and are you just sitting on that stuff?
I don't mess.
You've never pulled anything out.
No.
You just always forever sitting.
It pays some dividends, so some of the stocks pay dividends, and they just go into an account monthly. And if I need some money out of there, I just pull some money out or reinvest it. But then the other thing that
is it like a big dividends that it's paying, or is it?
It's like $20,000 a year, probably.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah. So if you ever buy stocks, find ones with dividends, because that's helpful. I mean, it's good.
But you got to spend a lot of money to be able to get that dividends, right? You can't
Man,
spend
you just
$20 and expect you're going to get
no.
$20 back every year.
No.
Like a large investment.
That account I have, depending on the market, I mean, over $500,000 in it.
Invested.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I've always heard. I never really got into it because I just always came with the philosophy like, I have better odds going to Vegas and putting it all on black.
Not really, because what you got to think about is this is over time. Like the market.
Yeah, they're long-term investments.
Yeah, the market is on average, it's like I think 7 or 8% on average. Don't quote me again if there's anybody out there that's not
Stock
what I do for a living. Yeah. But it's in between, I think 6 and 8% on average for growth. So, if you put your money in there in 10 years, you should expect to see a 6 or 8% return. Right now, though, high yield savings accounts are paying 5. So that's the other thing. If you got money, that money that you got, is it just in your regular bank account, savings account?
Yeah.
Open a high yield savings, because it's going to pay 4%, maybe 5%, depending on the account. In your regular savings account, bank account, you're not making hardly jack shit.
Cents.
Yeah.
10 cents every.
Barely anything, but there might be. So look into a high yield savings. The thing is you might need a minimum deposit to start it. And I'm sure that it'll depend on.
You probably have to keep it in there too at
all
all times.
No, you don't need to keep it. You just need to start it with a certain amount. But if you're not planning on taking it out, it doesn't matter. Like,
is there also a yearly fee? I would imagine.
No,
there's no yearly fees to having that type
I mean,
account.
Again, there's probably 20 different high yield savings account brokers. Like I have one with American Express and I have one with B of A. The American Express doesn't pay as well, so I just moved a bunch of money over to the B of A one. But if you're just sitting on money, definitely put it into a high yield savings right now, because the interest rates are high. So you're going to make some money on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now right there is Financing 101 with Mr. Steve Greer.
Yeah. I wish I knew more, man.
Man,
yeah.
I wish I knew
I'm
more.
I'm not very sophisticated when it comes to financial. I know what I know.
But you got the advisors that you're learning as you progress.
Yeah.
And that's what life's about, is learning.
Of course.
Day by day.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's really interesting to me, because the fact that you can make, I mean, just put it this way. If you put $1 million into one of these accounts, right?
It's a savings account.
If you had $1 million, you put it in there at an annual 5% interest rate, it's $50,000 a year.
A year, yeah.
Just to put your money in there.
So
so people with like big bucks that have hundreds of millions of dollars, again, in liquid cash.
It's because the bank is essentially using that money for other things, you know, while it's sitting in there.
Yeah. So, it's interesting. So your financial, speaking of that, you are one of the only people that does. Do you max your 401k here?
I don't know what that means. I just know.
You do 10%.
I just know money's getting taken out every paycheck, and I'm not looking at it. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I barely didn't even know what a 401k was before I got here, and it was just like someone said, "Hey, you need to start investing."
Do you know if you're doing a Roth or pre-tax, or is it?
Again, I don't know. Maybe we should sit down.
Yeah, we can.
And like just go over it, or I don't know if I got to talk to HR about that or what. But yeah, I honestly don't know what I'm putting in.
Well, good.
If I got to put more, tell me if I need to put more. I'll put more. And obviously, like,
I mean, you should put as much as you can. Probably. I mean, the market's crazy right now, though. So it may, I don't know, whatever. But when I looked the other day just to see who was contributing, and you and I think Madi are the ones contributing the most. Most of the people aren't even contributing any money. Which to me is crazy, because I'm matching up to 4% of your salary. So if you do the max, right, I'm gonna basically match up to 4% of what you make. So it's good. It's free money.
And I know it's stacked in there at the moment. You know what I'm saying? It's been here for a while.
I wish I would have done that.
I'm not even looking at it and like not even knowing what's going on. I just know it's just getting taken out.
That's good. Like, and this profit sharing that I'm going to do this year, like start this year, that will also be added to your, it's kind of in the same account, the 401k. So it's not like you guys get cash, but you guys will have more money invested for your long-term future.
I essentially, this is just a random question. I could essentially pull money out of that too, right? To get a house, like to my house, I say I have 20 grand in here in my 401k. and I want to use that towards that house purchase, right? Does that you can do stuff like that?
You could if you wanted to. Yeah, you would just have to run the numbers to make sure that makes sense.
But then you also get taxed the shit out of it, right?
Depends on how you did it.
I heard like if you pull it out for a house, though, it's like you don't get taxed. Or there's like loopholes, like if you're using your 401k.
That's above my sophistication
level. For like housing versus like just pulling out to pull it out because you need money.
I don't know. Yeah. None of this is
Financial 101.
This is not advice, because I know people get in trouble for this shit. This is not tax advice. This is not financial advice. So don't go take anything that we're saying here and go do it. Yeah. I just want to throw that out there.
Except save your money.
I don't need attorneys calling me.
Save your money, y'all.
Yeah, save your money.
American dollar's going crazy. You hear about that? Just the American dollar in general.
Yeah.
Like, it's just insane out there. That's why I'm like, I just need to save money. You know what? Let's get straight to these intentions. That is my intention for this week.
Is what?
Save money. I'm not going to buy
you're
anything.
Already doing that, bro.
No, but like, I'll be looking on sneakers. I'll be looking on clothing.
Okay, so your intention this week is to not shop.
Yeah, I'm going to do it for...
Are you on a budget? Do you have a budget?
Kind of.
Do you have a budget, like, written out?
Yeah.
You do?
I needed to...
You sound a little weary on that answer.
It's because for Naka, I had to write a budget out.
Okay.
And so, like, I put,
So are you following the budget?
Yeah, kind of. I would imagine, and it is.
So what do you have, if you can remember, in your budget? What do you have per week for food?
I think like $200 or something.
Okay. Are you exceeding that?
I mean, I don't know. Every week's different. Some days.
So you're not following the budget.
No, I mean, not to the T. But I think that it was a broad budget. That is essentially what I'm spending on. Like, I got a certain amount of money that I'm going straight towards my rent, towards all my credit card payments, towards, like all my bills. Like, I budget my bills. I make sure my bills get paid on time.
I mean, that would be a good intention, though, is to really set up the budget and follow the budget. Like, that would be a good intention. I'm not going to do that because I don't like constriction.
No, yeah, I just think I'm not going to shop. I'm not going to buy
Okay.
And I'm going to do this for a whole month. There's going to be an ongoing.
Okay.
I'm set for, what is the date today?
Well, it's almost the end of May.
So I think all of June, I'm just not going to buy no sneakers.
So from now until the end of June?
No sneakers.
So just sneakers, though? Or like
no sneakers,
like
and
hats,
no
apparel,
no
clothes.
No clothes.
What else do you spend money on?
Food.
A
lot of food.
Eating out?
I've been cutting back because, again, I've been grocery shopping and pretty much every day.
Does your girl cook?
Well, she don't live with me, but...
No, I know, but does she cook? Doesn't mean she can't go to your house and cook you some food.
She can, but she don't.
Oh, well, maybe we got to talk to her about that.
I know, talk to her. No, she cooks for me. She was actually over last night and cooked some beans and rice. Then I had to cook the chicken.
Okay, I mean, that's fair. Yeah, a little equal opportunity stuff going on.
For sure. I mean,
I cook most of the meals in my house.
And that's what she tries to tell me, like, oh, you cook better.
Yeah.
I probably do.
Yeah, I put it this way. When everyone came over Saturday,
you was chefing.
I did everything.
Yeah.
I cooked the chicken. I cooked the filet. I cooked, some potato dish. I made the salad. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
But I actually enjoyed doing it. It's just time.
That's what it is. I was telling my girl, like, I hate cooking so much because you spend 2 hours cooking just to eat it in 5 minutes. It's gone in 5 minutes.
If you're smart, you get some leftovers.
No, for sure. But I'm just saying, like, all that time, energy, the mess in the kitchen.
Yeah, just cook more.
5 minutes.
You get 3, 4, or 5 meals out.
That's the typical I do. I'll cook chicken for the week.
It's worth 2 hours. I mean, shit, just scrolling fucking Uber Eats looking for food is like...
I've never had Uber Eats on my phone.
Oh, no?
No, I'm... It's
good.
What's it called? It's
You've never... Oh, you're a smart man.
No, it's because I forgot I can't even think of the term, what I'm trying to say, but it's like, it's a rabbit hole that I'm going to go down. Like, if I do it once...
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to keep doing it, and I told myself I'm never going to download any type of Uber Eats app.
Smart man.
Because I know it's just going to... Like a grass hill,
I know what you're trying to say.
I can't think of the term, but something peak or
I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know. Fuck. But yeah. I don't ever Never, and I forbid downloading
Interesting.
Uber Eats.
I'm really
Lyft
surprised because I
Eats.
think most people have that on their phone.
No,
and
no,
it's
no.
it's so convenient that it becomes an issue because if you don't want to cook or you don't have food, you just say fuck it. I'm just gonna order.
I also live in Central Phoenix with lots of food around me that if I want to get it,
I'm lazy sometimes. I don't want to.
Hey, I'm lazy too. Trust me, but I just don't. I know it's a rabbit hole, or no, that's not what I'm looking for. But fuck, you know what I'm talking about. I just don't want, never download it and never will.
Yeah, well, that's smart. Good for you.
And I haven't been on Instagram or social media either, so I ain't scrolling. I'm just sleeping.
You're still not on social media?
Yeah.
Still totally gone off your.
Yeah, deleted them off my phone.
Good for you, dude. Applause. Let's get some applause for Robert here. There you go. Dude, you're doing well, bro.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to better my life.
I'm proud of you. Yeah, no, that's pretty good, man. I think since we started this podcast, you were already quit smoking weed.
Yep.
But you started working out. Mm-hmm. You started eating better. Are you drinking more water?
I mean, some days more than others. Some weeks more than others.
Got to work on that a little bit.
But I just also, I've never been I just typically drink water. You know, I'm not a big soda person.
Okay.
I'll drink juice or a lemonade. Last time he was getting at me for some lemonade and shit. But
it's just sugar in there. But you don't need it.
I don't, but
it's just not good. So what else? What else have you done since starting the podcast? Starting to read a little bit.
Read, yep. But I'm gonna continue that as well. See, all my intentions, like I gotta finish that book.
Yeah, I know. That's why I like we're stacking them here. We're stacking them. What's a good one for me, bro? I don't know.
I can't tell you, but I know I'm gonna say it's a good one this week. But tomorrow or next week, probably gonna talk shit about it. So think good.
Let me think. What could I do? What's a good intention for this week? No. I mean, that's I need to. Actually, that is probably something that I should do, because Katie came home and she started talking to me about, a date night or why don't you take me out? And
I thought you were supposed to because of Valentine's Day or not Valentine's, Mother's Day and
Valentine's.
You already know how I say it. That's what I say. Valentine's.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's.
What do you mean? I thought I was already supposed to.
I don't know. I thought you said last week like you were she was gone for Mother's Day, so you were like gonna do something special for her.
I don't remember saying that, but if I did, I forgot. But she did come home and basically, hinted that, hey, step up your game, buddy, because I spend a lot of I get fixated on certain things. Like I want to buy a toy, not a toy hauler, but a fifth wheel to go park out at the lake where my buddy has his. So I'll get like fixated on this and just trying to find one. I'll spend hours and hours. She's like, if you spent half that time or a fraction of that time trying to take me out and do something nice for me, and
women for you.
And I'm
women,
like,
that's the most women answer I've heard.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I take note of that though. Like I understand. Okay, I see where you're going. So I do need to make that more of a priority, but that won't be my intentions this week. Let's see. What's a good intention? How can I challenge myself? Okay, I've already done be nicer to people.
You've been reading, right? Or did you read this week?
No, I haven't read this week. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I've been reading. I haven't read any books, but I've been reading things. Yeah. I haven't even been doing that. I've been reading I've been reading
about five wheelers.
Yeah, about fifth wheels. Fifth wheels and other things. Today I'm going to the lake, so I was starting to read about a new wakeboard. But that's not working. I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, we got 5 minutes for you to think about it.
5 minutes. That's a long time. What are we going to do until then?
We're going to talk about it.
Is there something else I can help with?
Oh, no.
Yeah, help Steve find an intention.
Where's my Chat GPT? You got Chat GPT on that phone?
I don't.
Speaking of that.
I don't even have my phone.
I know
right there.
Speaking of that, are you using it at all?
I'm not.
Oh, man. It's life-changing. If any of you guys are out there and struggle with writing and just putting things together, ChatGPT is just a lifesaver.
Is it a free app or is it?
Yeah, they have a free app. Yeah, you can pay for it.
Is it like a web extension or I don't know? That's what I'm saying. Is it an app on your phone? Is it a web extension on your computer?
It's an app, or you just go to the website for ChatGPT on your laptop and you just use it. I'm using it a lot. Yeah, it's very, very helpful in a business setting when you don't want to organize and, put a deck together, or, I'm creating a lease for the new guy that's buying Johnny B's business. I'm just putting, can you please create a lease for me for this, that, and the other, and it's spitting out some lease. So, there's a lot it will do.
So I could just in regards to ChatGPT, are you familiar with who Ja Morant is?
Who?
Ja Morant, basketball player.
He's a moron.
Yeah, and he got caught with the gun.
Yeah,
so apparently, like he put out a statement like about
and it said your name here. It was written by ChatGPT.
That's essentially what they were saying. It was like they put it in. It was like ChatGPT or whatever wrote this shit for him. It wasn't even him writing like a actual message.
Oh wow, God,
fucking moron,
bro. That poor guy, dude. Who's on his team?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, you need the right people on your side.
Yeah,
to make those decisions. Like,
well, just guide you. Like, who's helping him out?
It's funny. It's because they were saying like, these NBA players, want to be rap stars.
Yeah,
but all the rap stars, they want to be NBA players. Like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, man, God, when you have everything going for you though.
Yeah,
you got a Nike deal. You're playing in the league. And
I'm actually surprised they didn't remove his shoes off the app or whatever.
They did.
Did they?
Oh yeah, I read something probably Monday.
My phone's right there, but I
read
was
something
just
Monday
yesterday. Yeah, that his shoes were still on there.
Well, they've removed it from some places. I don't know exactly where it's been removed from, but it definitely, some people have pulled the shoes down. I think Nike pulled them down. I think StockX still sells them, but I think Nike pulled them down. I think I read that. Don't quote me again on this, but either way, he needs to get his shit together. Like
100%.
Yeah, come on, dude. Come on. Whoever's in his corner, take care of that guy. All right, back to my intentions.
Maybe you want to do maybe something business related, relationship.
So, but this week is going to be tough because
it's a weekend, Memorial Day weekend.
I gave people Friday off, so we have a 4-day weekend.
Clap it up for you.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know, because I would say, I don't know, because this weekend's going to be challenging. Because I would say that I should start. My intentions are to start that.
I was saying business wise, just be a better boss. He's giving us the rest of the week off. Hell yeah! No, I'm just kidding.
No, I would say that my intention could be to start working on that professional development and get that coaching started. But since today's already Tuesday, it wouldn't, by the time we met, I wouldn't be able to do that.
For sure.
But I could reach out to her, but that's not that challenging either. That's just an email. So I should start that. What's something that I can do? Man, I don't even know, man. I might have to just call this one out.
Come on, hit him with the.
Well, I might have to call this one out. Oh.
Hey, that just means you need to come extra hard next week.
So what I'll do is, because like I said, I don't come to this podcast when we record with anything written or thought of.
Oh, I know. I'm just here helping you out.
No, we're just here having a conversation.
Like you say, two normal dudes having a conversation.
But by next week, I'll actually, maybe that's my intention. That's the perfect intention. By the time we do the next episode, which will be next week, I'll have some sort of structure, and my intentions are to bring a little more structure to this podcast.
Okay.
And like, instead of just coming up with my intentions the day of on, that day, I'll put some thought into what my intentions should be, and come prepared. I like it, because that's obviously a challenge I've been saying since day one. Yeah, but I don't want that, man. What? I want a free-flowing conversation. I think it needs a little structure.
Still can have, yeah.
I think it needs a little structure. Don't get me wrong. I don't disagree with you, and I never have. I just didn't want to start it that way. I wanted to just start it by coming in and shooting shit and having a conversation, and then build, and then get it better and better and better and better. So I think it's time. I think it's 10, right? 11?
Episode 11.
Yeah, it's perfect. So I think it's time to bring a little structure into it. So that'll be the intention.
All right, I like it.
Cool.
Yep. Want to recap any last minute thoughts you want to say?
Not really. Other than, I hope everyone enjoys their holiday weekend. This isn't going to come out until, I think they have one for next Sunday, right? Are we already? Yeah, so we're like.
one ad got posted behind.
Yeah, so this won't come out until when?
A week at least. So I mean,
it's like the 4th or 5th of June.
When it comes out, it's going to come out, and y'all better listen, like, comment, and subscribe. So y'all know the vibe if you're listening on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys like the podcast, definitely give it a share or something. So the 28th, what's coming out on the 28th?
Episode 10.
Episode 10, which is what? Just us shooting the shit?
Might have been maybe a little relationship advice or relationship conversation.
And then this one will come out on the 4th. Okay. So it gives us a little bit of time. All right.
Yeah, so last week was relationship. What would you say this one was? We talked about this one.
Yeah, I mean, we went all over the place. I wouldn't put anything on there. Just, I would say it was a good conversation. And I wanted to get more into our Defy the Odds stories. So we kind of didn't. I had an idea of what I wanted to do in my mind. We didn't even get there. Because I wanted to get more into your story. We've discussed it, but I think there's some things that, like, I forgot about when I told mine about me getting shot on my 30th birthday. Mm-hmm. Like, there's pieces of my story missing still.
Yeah, I'm sure people want to hear it.
So I think that'll be perfect if over the next week before the next episode, I'll build a little bit more structure and I'll come a little bit more prepared to this thing.
All right, there it is, episode 11.
Cool. Thank you all. All whoever's listening, if you enjoy it, again, as I said, please share it and give us a thumbs up and tell us how funny, Rob's beard looks today.
Not that funny. It's cutting off soon, but we out.
Peace.
Ready to breathe again, believing in time's mine. If I shine, you shine. We in this from the start. Take the game for the fame, but not to play the part. On my feet again, ready to breathe again, believing in time's mine. If I shine.